Hello everybody, I'm nastymold, and we're going to do the daily quests, seasonal candles, treasure cakes, and get information on today's shard event in the Vault of Knowledge. First up, the seasonal candles. We have 4 of these little candle bundles to find. Each one of them will give us 25% of the wax needed to forge a season candle. So collecting all of them will give us 1 season candle. So we have 1 back there, 1 in the hallway here, 1 over towards the elevator, and the final one is actually on the 2nd floor. So let's get this elevator started and I'll meet you up there. Once we're up, our last seasonal candle is just next to this big 4-player door. And that's it. Pretty easy to find for today. That is a 1 total season candle in our pocket. Now let's get started on today's daily quests. It seems pretty obvious, but to light 20 candles, we have to be the ones to physically light them. If they are already lit, it will not count towards quest completion. To sit at a bench with a stranger, all you have to do is find a bench and sit down with an unlit sky kid. This can be done in any realm. It doesn't have to be done in the Vault of Knowledge, but I'm doing it here. To admire the sapling, we can find it on the 1st floor just towards the left-hand side. All we have to do is wait by it for 60 seconds and the quest should complete. Today we have to relive the Greeting Shaman, who can be found on the 4th floor. We are just going to be looking for these moving platforms above us, and we're going to fly up there. The spirit is a little difficult if you're new and you don't have a lot of flight, but altogether it's not super difficult. We just started here, and I do recommend lighting that candle cluster or that candle cake right there just so we have some place to charge really fast if you need more flight. So first up, it's going to be straight ahead of us. I think initially we were supposed to just ride the platforms, but they definitely made it a lot easier to fly since the inception of the spirit, so we don't really have to do that anymore. We're just going to go down a bit, and then down a little bit more for this one. If you are low on flight, feel free to fly up and charge at that candle cake. And then up we go. I remember when this spirit first came out, it was so hard to do just because you had to ride the platforms. I don't know if that's because I just didn't think about flying. I think that's when you automatically flew, actually. It used to immediately put you into glide mode, so it was pretty difficult. That's the spirit. Today's rotating treasure candles can be found in the hidden forest, and we do have a double cake event on right now, which means we can find 8 total treasure candles instead of the standard 4. So we do have 2 in the social space, and the rest we can find below. So we're going to fly through the cloud tunnel and keep moseying on. Our next one can be found past the 2 gates, just underneath this trunk here. That is the only one in this area. We're just going to fly to the next. I like to fly over this gate, but you can definitely just go through it like a normal person if you'd like. From here, the next cake is at the very end of the brook. So we're just going to fly all the way through, and we should have it at the end before we enter the broken bridge. There it is, and now we're just going to keep going into the broken bridge area. In this part we should have 2 cakes to find. Again, they're pretty much just along the path going straight. So we're just going to fly all through this until we get to that big hollow trunk. And we can see our next cake right here. You can then walk through if you'd like to, but I like to fly around just so I don't activate that cutscene. And the next one is underneath the first segment of the broken bridge. So this one right here, you can see it right ahead. Now that is the last cake in this area. Now we want to head to the, the elevated clearing. That's where we can find Grandma. And to get a nice meal, we're just going to fly up this way. Once we're in the elevated clearing, we can find our next cake right under this first gazebo. And this is the only one in the area. Now our final cake can actually be found past the temple, so we basically have to complete this level and head to that sunny spot after the temple. So head back the way you came, fly to the temple, and I'll see you guys there. The temple is activated, the doors are open, and we are going to fly down for our last treasure cake, which we should find right by the pond. You can see it just ahead. Such a nice relaxing area. And that is all 8 treasure cakes for today in the Hidden Forest. Sad news for today, it looks like it is a no shard day. That means that absolutely no shard will be falling in any of the realms today. Unfortunate. And that is it for today's daily changes in the Vault of Knowledge. Thank you so much as always for watching, you guys. I hope you found this helpful, hope you enjoyed, and I will of course see you in the next video. Bye bye!